Good morning everyone, today we're going to be looking at another watch unboxing. I've never heard of this brand actually until my friend Rob asked me to have a look at the watch. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. Initial look at the box. It's just a simple sort of white outside cover, as you can see here. Again, that's quite common for watches nowadays, to come in that sort of outside cover. Inside we've got a simple sort of black and white lift off style box, very light, not a lot of give to it really. Yes, it's just a simple box really, not a lot to say. Inside, the actual watch is housed on a little white cushion with obviously with your manual and registration QR code inside there. So bring that torch a little bit closer. So here we go guys, this is the Toff London Pink Dartboard 180. It retails at just £40, probably weighs maybe 125 grams. It's say not as heavy as like a replica Rolex or something like that. It's probably 125, 130. One day I'll be good at guessing the weight of it. Yeah, not too sure. It's got a 42mm case diameter with a 10mm case thickness. Looks a little bit bigger than that, but that's what the specification quotes. And it uses a Miyota quartz movement. Miyota is a Japanese quartz movement. So there's actually 10 different variants of this particular watch. You can go for sort of pink flights, you can go for blue, Union Jacks, and the only real difference in this particular model with the variants is the different colours of the flights. You might be able to notice this here, but you can see the little tiny darts just above, well just below where the 20 is. This is obviously replicating darts board look here, and yeah, so every single variant has a different sort of colour flight on there, with lots and lots of different colours on there. And there's many other sort of designs and sort of inspirations from this very watch itself. So speaking of the dial, it's obviously a dartboard look dial with the consistent dartboard number system around the outside there. And fully luminous hands, and yeah, and luminous seconds hand as well. Inside the actual face of the watch, it's just a plain sort of mirror finish inside there. There's no sort of indentation from that mirror effect. It's just the mirror stainless steel interior ring. It gives the watch a bit more sort of depth actually. I think it makes that dartboard stand out a bit more nicer, because as with a dartboard you have that sort of number ring, and sometimes you have the outer ring, makes it look a little bit more like that, which is quite a good sort of effect really. Despite the fact it doesn't feel as expensive as you might think, it does give you a nice decent bit of effect there. It's quite a nice stylish watch, to be fair. Coming out into the bezel, we've got sort of a black Submariner style bezel with a unidirectional clicker. There's a little bit of play when you turn it back the opposite way. But it probably sits in terms of the average quality. Doesn't feel cheap, doesn't feel expensive. The clicker does sound a little bit cheap as well, but it's again, it probably sits on the average side. That bezel's got a bit more sort of like a fluted sort of outer tip here, with it's got that sort of Submariner feel to it really, very similar. So with this watch you'll see it free atmospheric waterproofness, so I wouldn't wear it in the bath, and mineral glass going over the top of the actual watch. So let's come around to the side. We've got a polished finish on the outside here with a bit of crown protection holding in that tinted blue crown in place in there. No sort of markings on the opposite side. Some brands have, like Invicta does, they have an Invicta print on the side there. Let's have a little look at the crown and the quality of that. It's a one position crown. The movement on the crown, you got some feedback there, but it could be better. It's not bad. But it just could feel a little bit stronger if you wanted. Yeah, it's okay. It's not too bad. It just sits on the just above the average side, I'd say. It's a simple push down as well. There's not a lot of it feels good when you push that back in place. Doesn't feel cheap or anything like that, which is good. It's what you want it to feel like. it's probably similar to like a Sekonda in terms of the quality. So coming down to the strap, we've got a 18mm strap here. It's an Oyster Perpetual style strap. It's one of the cheapest sort of style straps. You can tell that by the fact it hasn't got the little screws on the side here. Just one of those cheap ones. And then it's coming down to a double fold over cheap stainless steel system. No marking actually on the buckle here for the brand. Speaking of the brand, it's I think they've been in operation about 50 years. This is that they hand assemble their watches, and they focus on trying to offer unique, fully custom sort of dials as well. Look at the case back, got a plain mirror finish on the case back, gives the watch a bit of depth as well, just with how thick it is. It's a screw down case back, as you can see there. There's no quick release on the actual strap, but if you're going to buy this watch, I'd say buy a different strap for this, because it doesn't feel as good. It does have a lot of play on that. So there we go guys, that is the Toff London Pink Dartboard 180.